Morning everybody. So the page number you need in your textbook to start with today is page 182 and it looks something like this. Okay. If you're ever unsure of what page numbers you need, on your maths plan that gets delivered every week, it says the days and then underneath it says the textbook page numbers you need and the workbook page numbers you need. It's got a red border and it says maths plan on it. So your today's work looks like this. Okay. Right, in your textbook you will see a string with all these beads on it. What I want you to do is create a tally. Okay, you might need to pause the video for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes to do this. Create a tally and tell me how many red beads there are, how many green beads, how many blue beads and how many yellow beads. Let's remind ourselves of what a tally looks like. For example, if there were 14 yellow beads, would we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No, we don't, do we? When we get to a multiple of 5, we cross it. That just means when it comes to a really big number, instead of counting each individual line, it's much easier to count them in fives. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So then I can just go 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so you might want to pause the video now and create a tally for each colour of the beads. Right, hopefully you got on okay with that. I don't know how many red beads there are, or yellow or green or blue. So I'm going to have a look now. You should have created a tally that looks something similar to this. Don't worry if you didn't do it in the correct order. Okay, right, let's see how many yellow beads there are. I can straight away see that there are how many yellow beads? That's correct, there are 5. I always write it down just so I don't forget. Okay, I've written it down here. Right, green beads. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 green beads. Blue beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I do that? No, I don't count each individual line. I'll be here all day. Okay, I can just go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, and red beads. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So, we have created a tally. There are 5 yellow beads, 20 green, 30 blue, and 45 red. Now, I want you in your books to create a pictogram. Okay, and this pictogram is going to tell us the exact same information that this does. It's going to tell us how many of each coloured bead there are on the string. But instead of doing, can you imagine for 45 red beads, doing a picture, 45 pictures? I want you to pause the video and have a think about these numbers. We've got 5, 20, 30 and 35. I want you to think about what times tables we know that they are all a part of. Are they all a part of the 2s? No, we know 2, 4, 6, 5 isn't in there. Are they part of the 10s? Well, if they were part of the 10 times tables, they would all end in a 0. But they are part of the 5 times tables because they end in either a 5 or a 0. So what I want you to do is I want you to draw a cube, but each cube isn't going to stand for 1 bead and it isn't going to stand for 2 beads. Each cube is going to stand for 5 beads. So for example, yellow beads, I've got 5, straight away I can just go, I can draw my cube, 5, done. So you might just pause the video in your exercise books and fill out your own pictogram to show this information. Remembering that each cube should be 5. And then we'll see how we get on. Right, hopefully you got on with that. Okay, so the green beads, there are 20. If you know your 5 times tables, you might know how many 5s are in 20. And you might know how many cubes we will need. 5, 10, 15, 20 we need 4 cubes. Let's count as we do it just to check. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. and there's 20 there. Okay, it looks very similar to this tally. So 4 groups of 5. 4 groups of 5. Right, blue. There are 30 blue beads. Okay, let's count in our 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And red beads, we've got 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Just fits in. Let me just check this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 red beads. Now I want you to come up with some sentences. So what does this tally and pictogram tell you? Who's got, which is the most popular bead? So what is the most of? What is it the fewest of? How many more green beads are there than yellow? For example, okay, so you might want to pause the video while you chat to your adult and see what you can find out. Right, so straight away, which colour are there the fewest beads of? We can see just from looking at this, there are the fewest yellow beads. And we can also see straight away from looking at it that the red bead, there are the most of the red beads, it's the most common, okay? I now want to see how many more blue beads are there? So we're looking at blue. How many more blue beads are there than green beads? So we need to, comparing the difference between the two numbers, seeing how much bigger one is than the other, we take away. So here are the green beads, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, here's 20 in the blue beads, 5, 10, 15, 20. There's them, that 20, there's 20, 20. How many more beads have blue got? 1, 2. 2 more blue beads. No, it's not. Why is it not 2? That's right, because each of these squares is worth 5 beads. So we count them in our 5s. 5, 10. There are 10 more blue beads than green. If there are 10 more blue beads than green, how many less beads have green got than blue? We can see, can't we? They've got 5, 10, 10 less. It's the same. Okay? I think we'll be fine at this today. And we just created that on the other page. That made it look much neater than I have. I can't draw cubes like that. Right, we haven't got a guided practice today, so you can answer some of these questions. Please don't write in the textbook, but you can answer them in your workbook. Answer some of these questions. So you've got to write, tell me how many there are of each coloured bead, how many fewer green beads than blue, and how many green and blue beads together. Oh, to work out how many green beads and blue beads there are all together, there's a clue in the sentence, the word all together. We have to count all of the green beads and the blue beads. When you've done that, your page numbers, it does say on your sheet that got sent home to you, your page numbers for your workbook today are page 241. Looks like this, look. We'll put the short date at the top. 242, 243, all the way to 244. Please send photos on your portfolio. Thank you and good luck.